Hello everyone, and welcome to a new update video. It's the end of the year, and I thought this would be a good time to have one since we finished up Last Faith and everything like that. Also, a cool thing that I thought I could include in this video is Steam has like the little year recap thing. Nintendo also has one too, and I thought we could go over those in the video just as like a look at all the things that are played throughout the year on the channel and on Twitch and everything like that. Thought it would be a cool way just to see all the games I've experienced this year. So we'll do that towards the end, but for people just interested in LPs, we'll go ahead and hop into that first. So, first things first. Right before this video, right before I started recording this video, not even before it went live, I created a new post on Patreon and basically have done a new poll for people to nominate a short game specifically. I mentioned this in Crosscode that since Crosscode's kind of long, I wanted to give people the opportunity to kind of nominate a shorter game in between. You know, in case they weren't interested in Crosscode, they could nominate something else. So I have the poll up for that. We're specifically aiming for games under 20 hours. Because I don't want it to be something too long, basically. Ideally, I would like to possibly wrap this game up before Crosscode even ends. So, we'll see how that goes. The nomination thing is up. People can nominate what they want, and then in a few days, I'll put the vote out so people can vote on which of those games they want to see. We're going to go by, like, how long to beat timings, which isn't the best benchmark, but I think it's the best benchmark I've got. So, yeah. That's how that's going to work. Gonna have another short LP chosen by the patrons coming up soon. And as far as games that I chose that we're going to be playing, in January, about 3 weeks from now I believe, Momodora Moonlit Farewell releases. So, as far as I understand, this is the 5th game in the series. And the developer specifically says that you don't need to play the other games. They're trying to make it so you don't need to play the other games. But I'm kind of interested, and we need to kind of find games to fill the gaps with anyway. So I thought we could just play the entire Momodora series in preparation for Moonlit Farewell. I know that sounds daunting, but Momodora 1, 2, and 3 are like 1 to 2 hours long a piece. Those would all probably be like one-session games, possibly. The developer says that Momodora 1, it might be a bit of a struggle to even like get it going and stuff like that, because it was their first game and it's a bit older and stuff like that. But I'm going to try to play Momodora 1, 2, and 3, and then we will play the 4th game in the series, which most people are probably familiar with, Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight, which, as far as I understand, stars like a different character? Which is cool. We play as a different character, so in Momodora 1, 2, and 3 you play as one character, in this game you play as a different one, and then in the 5th one you're back to the character from Momodora 1, 2, and 3. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons I wanted to play 1, 2, and 3, because I want to get that character's other adventures as well. So we will give that a shot, and then we will hopefully wrap up before January 11th, 2024, so that we can play Moonlit Farewell. But for those unfamiliar with the series, it is basically like a little action-adventure Metroidvania series, basically. I think the earlier games lean towards more action-adventure, but then it slowly becomes like Metroidvania stuff as they get more in-depth. So, yeah, it seems like a cool series. I've always kind of wanted to give it a shot. It's kind of in that list of like, you know, cool like Metroidvania series that I've like never really touched before. Like Axiom Verge, La Mulana. I've never played Cave Story. I believe Cave Story is a Metroidvania. So yeah, there's a lot of series like that I've never played in the Metroidvania space that I would like to give a shot, and this was one of them, and it seems like the perfect time since the newest game is releasing. So I'll be playing that, so hooray for people that like Metroidvanias and are sad that The Last Faith ended. We're going to be immediately playing more of them. So that's cool. So yeah, like I said, it's kind of slim pickings for LPs these next few months. I have a few things listed here, and we'll go ahead and hop into those. So, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth releases in January. I think it's later January. And I have, on my own time, played Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I do really, really love Final Fantasy VII. I liked Final Fantasy VII Remake. Obviously, there's the story changes that you have in Final Fantasy VII Remake that people are either very against or very for. I wasn't like super crazy about it, and the changes to some of the other stuff. I don't really mind the combat so much. The combat's like fine, but just like, I remember one of the things about Remake that I didn't like was like some of the side quests felt like MMO side quests. They were just kind of like fetch quests and things like that. But generally, I had a very, very good time with Remake, despite some of my criticisms of it. So I would be interested in doing Rebirth if people wanted to see it. Typically, my headset just turned off. Typically, AAA games don't do super well on the channel, but people were into Final Fantasy 16, so if people wanted to see Rebirth, I would totally do Rebirth. I was originally going to stream it as like to catch me up, like replay Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and then I can at least say I've like done it on the channel and stuff. Well, not on the channel as an LP, but I've at least streamed it. But yeah, I mean, at this point, everybody and their mother has done a playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake, so I don't think a lot of people want to see that, even if I feel like I have to have it somewhere for people to see if I play the sequel. But, so if people want to see Rebirth, I won't play Remake on the channel, but I can just hop into Rebirth, and I will know the story and everything that's happening and all of that. I've played the game before. So, let me know what you think about Rebirth. That comes out in January, and that would obviously take a while. But I do like me some Final Fantasy VII, so I'm sure everybody is going to be playing it on YouTube. Next, Persona 3 releases, I think that's February. I've never played P3, I've only played Persona 5, I touched a little bit of Persona 4, and I played SMT 4 and SMT 5. So, haven't really played a lot of the Shin Megami Tensei games, but I've played enough of them now to where I wouldn't be confused about what I was doing, but Persona 3 has always been kind of interesting to me, so I would be willing to give that a shot. As far as other games go, there's a bunch of games listed on Steam that are just like vaguely say 2023. Like, I guess they haven't updated the release date yet, because yeah, I doubt most of these games are releasing in like the next, 10 or so days. So, I don't know when those are going to come out, but just some ones to point out for anybody that's interested. Siege and the Sand Fox, which is like a cool Metroidvania thing. Bushiden, which is also another cool Metroidvania thing. And the Gecko Gods, which is like a cool puzzle thing. So, those are just a few that I saw and was going to point out. So, those are all the things for YouTube. Obviously, things may change once we get to the new year. Developers may update release dates for their games. Nintendo loves to shadow drop things sometimes. Maybe we'll get a crazy game announced that I want to play from Nintendo or something like that in the new year. Who knows? But as far as things are looking right now, that's the stuff I've seen that I'm like, yeah, that looks like it would be interesting. So that's on the YouTube side of things. But on the stream side of things, people may notice that there's one big release in January that I left out, and that's Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And that's because I've been streaming basically all of the Yakuza / Like a Dragon games on my Twitch. Because they're incredibly long, so they kind of just make sense for streams. It would be an enormous amount of time to LP the Yakuza and Like a Dragon games. So I've been doing those on Twitch. Infinite Wealth releases in January. I'm absolutely going to be playing that on stream. Also releasing in later January is Eastward Octopia. For anybody that watched me play Eastward, there's like a new DLC / spin-off game coming out based off of Eastward, where it's like a life sim. It's if like John and Sam just settled down somewhere and just decided to live out their life in a town. I believe it's that first town that you go to when you're playing through Eastward. So anybody that's all Eastward, that looks interesting. I'll be streaming that, and of course it'll be going up on the VOD channel, which for people that don't know, yeah, I do have an archive channel for all of my streams and stuff like that. So that'll go up there. Also, I do game votes on stream too, which is also listed on the Patreon. but if you're subbed to my Twitch, you also get to vote on games there. So I have a fair few game votes going for all of that. My time at Sandrock was what won the last game vote, so I've been playing a lot of that and various other things, like Boyfriend Dungeon and stuff like that, so... Whew. I've had a few takes with this video, so I'm like, ooh, we finally made it past this mark, because I would always screw up or flub something, and I'd be like, I'm just gonna restart, so... That's all the stuff I was looking at. I'm looking at my notes here, and I think that's all the stuff that I wanted to mention. Hopefully I got through everything. And of course, like, you know, opinions on what I might play may change, but generally that's what I'm looking at right now, and I can at least say Momodora is definitely happening. Even if I can't get 1, 2, or 3 to work, I'll still play Reverie and the new one. So, yeah. That is that. Now, the Steam recaps. There's Steam and Nintendo recap that I mentioned, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those ready really quickly. Might also go grab myself some water or something like that. Alrighty, here we have the Nintendo recap thing. We can go ahead and get started with this. I actually had to change, because it gives you your name here at the beginning. I had to change this because, yeah, it had my real name, so now it doesn't. Quasi, welcome to your interview 2023. Let's take it from the top. So this will be interesting. Let's go ahead and go. My first game of 2023 was Metroid Prime Remastered. Great start. Indeed it was. Metroid was a fantastic time. Even if I forgot to scan half the bosses that I fought. I played 12 total games for 340 hours. I'm sure most of those hours is on Zelda. So we can see a lot of things here. Let's see, Pikmin 1, WarioWare Move It was on stream. Sparks of Hope, Tears of the Kingdom was most of the hours. Dokapon Kingdom was probably a good chunk of the hours, and that was also on stream. Pikmin 4, Kirby, Metroid Prime, so yeah, we played a fair few things. This was Fusion, obviously, and this was actually the recent Mario Party stream that I did, where I did like Mario Party 1. But we couldn't play 2 and 3 because it was too laggy, so... Yeah, there we go. 12 games, 340 total hours on Nintendo Switch this year. Yay. Most played games, okay, here's the breakdown. Yeah, so... Tears of the Kingdom, 127, Dokapon 43, Pikmin 4, 36. And yeah, I played 127 hours of you, started then... Most played a month was June, 43 hours. So for those unfamiliar with Dokapon, Dokapon is basically like a board game RPG that you play with other people. And like, yeah, we played one single like game of Dokapon and it took 43 hours. That's how long it takes to get through the story mode with other people. And we went pretty quickly. So it's a long game, but a crazy one. So shout out to Dokapon. My gaming trends: action, adventure, strategy, party, board game, classic games. Yeah, I mean, party and board game are probably mostly Dokapon. Action adventure is obviously Zelda. I don't know where it gets strategy from, possibly Dokapon as well, and then classic games is pretty self-explanatory. I guess action adventure is also like Metroid. So, I played the most in July. My monthly playtime... Wait, did I miss something on the previous screen? No, it didn't have a little thingy there, yeah. Because on some of them you can go further. So I played the most in July. There's my playtime. You can clearly see when certain games were happening and stuff like that, and when I stopped playing Switch games. And there we go, Metroid Prime Remastered. 26 hours played in February. 46 hours played in March, because of Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. 36 hours played in May. Yeah. June, still playing Tears of the Kingdom. Still playing Tears of the Kingdom. Tears lasted so long. Still playing Tears of the Kingdom. Oh my god. No, wait, really? Did I play Tears that long? Oh my god. Did it really last that long? From May? Did it come out like late May? Maybe it came out late May. And then I played May, June, July, August, September. Oh my god. It was a long game, I know, but jeez. And then yeah, this was Actually, was this what I was thinking? This isn't Mario Party because this is saying I played this in October. What N64 game did I play then? I don't know. And in November was Wonder, obviously. So, cool. Now, if we go down, what was my favorite game in 2023? Tears of the Kingdom, Dokapon, Pikmin 4. Honestly, let's see. Out of these, ooh, there's a lot of good ones to choose from, actually. Yeah, so WarioWare Move It was wild. That stream was absurd, but I love me some WarioWare games. Out of these, I feel like it's gonna have to be between these three. Tears of the Kingdom was good, don't get me wrong, but it did 127 hours played. It did go on for quite a long time. It was very, very fun at the beginning to do like the crazy wacky builds that I did, but some of the magic wore off the longer you went on. Still fun though. So out of these, I just normally like way more like laser focused experiences that are shorter. So I think, oh wait, not Dokapon. Metroid. I think out of these, probably, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Pikmin 4. Nice pick. I loved me some Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 was utterly fantastic. So, download my stats. Yeah, that's my stats. And yep, that's my 2023. Okay, cool. It's my Nintendo points balance, I guess. Alright, so that's the Nintendo one. I'm gonna go ahead and hop over to the Steam one. Alrighty, here we are. This year you played a ton of new games and unlocked quite a few achievements. Here are some of your highlights. So, I played 58 games, 54 new ones, and I played one demo, apparently, which is a huge lie, because I had multiple streams where I played like at least 20 demos. Yeah, no, that's definitely incorrect. Well, that's a weird one. 1,388 achievements unlocked across 55 games, 115 rare achievements. I don't normally care about achievements too much, so it's whatever. Played 32% of games with keyboard and mouse, 68% with controller. Octopath was my longest played game, which is kind of wild to me. It felt like I played Tactics Ogre longer than I played Octopath, but God, was I really playing Octopath for that long? Wild. Octopath Traveler 2 was very fun though, so I played 90 sessions. I guess, yeah, you can see it there. I played 90 sessions of Octopath, only 33 of Tactics Ogre. It's kind of wild. That doesn't feel correct. Yeah, it felt like I was playing Tactics Ogre forever. Both of these games were fantastic. Darkest Dungeon 2 I streamed. So yeah, that's a thing. I feel like the sessions is messed up because I have like I have 3 or 4 streams of Darkest Dungeon, so why does it say 16 sessions? Yeah, the session numbers might be messed up a little bit. How you compare? Stack against the rest of the Steam community. Yeah, I'm right in the middle. I'm right in the middle here, it seems. Oh wait, no. No, never mind. My bar is way over here. This is the median. Never mind. I unlocked a ton of achievements, which is way up there. I played 58 games, which is way up there, and my longest streak was 91 days, which is way up there. I honestly probably would have had a, like, max streak if I hadn't broke at one point to just play games on the Switch and PlayStation, so. 84% of the games I played were new releases, which makes sense. You are what you play. This is an interesting one. So, the spider graph shows the kind of games you spent the most time in 2023. Metroidvania, obviously super high. Farming Sim, super high. Life Sim, super high. Turn-based tactics is just way over here. Which, I'm trying to think of other turn-based tactics things that I played. I mean, I guess turn-based tactics can include Tactics Ogre and Octopath and, like, even Cassette Beasts and stuff like that. I'm not sure why Creature Collector's on here. Because, yeah, like I said, Cassette Beast was really it. So I don't know why that's on there. Card Battler makes sense because I play a lot of Card Battlers, but... yeah, that's interesting stuff. Your top played games. Pick this game up for the first time and we're immediately hooked. 90 sessions played. Yep. I started in February, and yeah, went for quite a while. I guess Octopath 2, god, yeah, it didn't feel like that long, which I guess just shows how much I enjoyed the game. Tactics Ogre Reborn, yep, that was January. Absolutely fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic game. Oh, I got all the achievements. Interesting. 100% unlocked 100% achievements in this year. Yeah. Cool. I didn't remember getting all the achievements, but I did do like every single storyline thing, so that was a fantastic game. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon 2. It's still wild for me. Yeah, this is my third most played game. I didn't even play it that long. There's no way. This has to be wrong. This cannot possibly be correct. Darkest Dungeon 2? I've played my time at Sandrock for way longer than this, although I guess that mostly started in December. But even then, I played Sunhaven for way longer than this. So I think that's incorrect, because I think there's like straight up 3 or 4 stream VODs of me playing Darkest Dungeon. Maybe I'm wrong though. Chained Echoes comes next. Makes sense, that was a good game and it was quite long. There's Sunhaven. Really? I mean, these were stream sessions, so it goes on like super long. This is one of the life sims I played on stream, for those that don't know. So my playtime by month. It's weird. Oh, this must be when I played, yeah, this is when I was playing like Final Fantasy 16 and stuff. That's why the playtime went down so much here. Yeah, I was playing a bunch of stuff on console. But yeah, we can kind of see here my playtime by month. I played on more than one device. Yeah, I played Vampire Survivors on my Steam Deck. For those curious. I played Vampire Survivors for a little bit on my Steam Deck. 67% of my playtime was with controller. Yeah, that all makes sense. My longest daily streak was 91. During this time, I played 16 different games. This is the stuff I was talking about, where I was like, yeah, there's a bunch of cool stats in here. This is one of them. Look at all those Metroidvanias. That's not really a Metroidvania. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a good amount. And life sims. But yeah, some of those games were on stream, like Terra Nil, Dredge was a stream game, Sunhaven, Katamari, stuff like that. So that was fun. That's cool. Explore the games I've played this year. So this has a grid view, but I really like the timeline view. So we can actually see on a graph here what games I was playing when. So January was Tactics Ogre, Chained Echoes, Vampire Survivors, SpongeBob, Space for the Unbound, Children of Silent Town, River City Girls 2. Good month. That had a lot of good stuff in it. This was a lot of the same, although that is when I started streaming, actually, because you can see Ishin and Returnal here, which means that's when I finally started streaming again, which was cool, and kind of get an idea for when I started doing that. Octopath, Ishin, still playing a lot of the same things. Dungeons of Aether, I just played like a demo of on stream, I think. That was when I also played Dredge and Pizza Tower. Pizza Tower was a fun time. And then there's Curse of the Sea Rats, Hunt the Night, 9 Years in Shadows. This is getting into Metroidvania territory here. We're playing Rusted Moss, Curse of the Sea Rats, and all this other stuff. 9 Years in Shadows, After Image. And then, yeah, that's just a bunch of the same. Oh yeah, I did play Story of Seasons for a bit. Born of Bread, yeah, that's... yeah, so that's listing that there as I first played it in June, because I actually got a demo code early from the developer. But it was also the full game, it just hadn't unlocked yet. So, yeah, that's why it's saying I played Born of Bread in June. Story of Seasons. Viewfinder was fun. Arcadian Atlas was cool. And then, yeah, I started streaming Dave the Diver, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Blasphemous 2 was great. Sea of Stars. When I streamed Inscription. That was the time. And Webbed, Tiny Witch, Calyx. This is a lot of stream games. Party Animals. Escape from Mistwood Mansion. Slime Rancher 2, I don't actually think I streamed or anything. I mostly just use that for testing purposes. And Torn Away. Rain World. Outpath was a super, super fun game to play on stream, and I'm really, really glad I got to play The Messenger on the channel. That was fun. This is right around when, yeah, the Patreon stuff started. So that's cool. Right in October. Torn Away was neat. There's a few things on here I only played a little bit, like the Fabulous Sphere Machine. I think I played that for like an hour. I think I played this for like a few hours. Hidden Through Time 2, Missing Magic. Good game though. Slay the Princess was fantastic. Really, really glad I played that game. And then yeah, now stream is locked down by Sandrock and the new Like a Dragon. Copy Kitty, there's where Last Fate started. Small Saga. Now we're getting into some of the stuff I know. A Short Hike. And then here in December, we're back. So that's just a cool, like, kind of visual of everything. I really, really like that. That's super, super cool. Just being able to see all the things I've played across time like that. And there we go. I'm not showing my friends list. I didn't think that was going to show my friends list. Alright. Well then. Cool. I think that's probably where we'll go ahead and end this update video off. I just thought it'd be a cool idea to kind of do that. So, yeah. Hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you next time for Momodora, I guess.